everybody, welcome to my home. Today I'm going to take you through my skincare routine, and I do this every 2 weeks. And the reason I'm doing skincare today is because I'm turning 50 in October, and I just want to show you how I take care of my skin, because a lot of people have told me how young I look. It could just be the beauty cam, but if it's not, here's some tips and tricks. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to shave. And it takes off all the dead skin. Now, as your skin gets older, when you put on your makeup, those creases and bumps and new things that seem to show up as we get older are more pronounced. And so by taking off the old skin, you're able to make your skin thirsty and willing to take things in like hyaluronic acid and other complexes that I'm going to show you that I use every day. Okay, so let's do this first. So my vase is just ready to do this with, and you're going to want to take this at an angle and just kind of do this. Now it's a dry shave, as weird as that sounds, and I'm just going to do it all over. Now, one thing that I do get is I get the heavy hairs every once in a while in my chin area, so I'm pretty careful. Now, because I'm not like right in the mirror, I'm just going to do the major areas, and I'll go back later and get close to my eyebrows. I really don't want to shave my eyebrows off for you. But I get like thick scar tissue up here, and so this thins it down a bit. It actually takes off the dead skin, which is nice, and allows a smooth, see, I don't want to get too close to my hairline either, because frankly I need that hair. You can see all that peach fuzz and dead skin come off, hopefully. Now, this is not going to make your skin heavier with hair. You're not going to end up with a beard per se. Your peach fuzz will grow back, but it will be gone for a while, which is kind of nice. Now, I've noticed as I've gotten older, I've actually gotten a little bit of a heavier peach fuzz along the top of my lip, and luckily I have very, very light hair. It is not coming in darker, and I've been doing this for over a year, so don't worry. If you have dark hair already, then of course it's going to still be dark, but if you don't, now you'll want to continue this down your neck. And it only takes a few minutes. Now I'll do a more careful. And I've also found that right here on my chest, the skin is getting thicker. Now, before it gets too thin, I want to keep it in its prime condition by the products that I apply. So, sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking at what I'm doing. This is a very sharp blade. All right, so now that I've done that, enough of that, to show you kind of how it's done. You don't want to go straight with the skin. It's at an angle, and when you start seeing that buildup of fuzz, and you'll actually feel how clean your face feels. Oh, it feels so good. That you may find the urge to do it more frequently, and that's fine too. Just know that you are taking off a layer of skin with it, and to be gentle. I have cut myself. You will too if you are vigorous, all right? So take it slow, take it careful, and take it off. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to cleanse. So my first product that I developed this last year is my cleanse serum. So this is made with like a million different things, and I will show you me making it, but I'm not going to release the recipe. I will release a basic recipe to get you started, and with all of the Way to Soapy Minutes out there, it should give you some idea of the kind of skin loving ingredients that your skin is going to love. This is mine. Specially developed for my skin, and I haven't had anyone complain. In fact, they really like it, and I can create you your own skincare system. It isn't cheap. It is expensive because each and every system that I develop is specifically for the individual, and I'll take you through a whole question and answer, I guess, and ask you as much about your skin as I can find out, so that when you do get your skincare, it's likely to work for you. I want it to work for you. I don't want it to just be some, basic system that may or may not work for you. So we're taking off a lot. So this is a micellar water made with a lot of fresh ingredients, like a lot. So I'm just gonna take it all off. So I got dirty skin right now. And I wanted you to see this. Now I'm also going to take off my eye makeup. This is kind of the end of the day kind of thing you want to do. And then I'll finish it with doing my makeup again so you can see. So it does take waterproof makeup off quite easily. Now if you turn over your pad, you'll be able to use it twice and have a clean. We're going to take as much of that off as we can. And that's the first step of the skincare. Now that is made with soap. So the pH and the microbiome of my skin is now out of whack. So the next thing I need to do is take an acidic micellar water, one of my apple cider vinegar ones. You can have this made with just about any hydrosol you can dream up, okay? Because I make it and I have the tools to create the ingredients, it will cost you a little bit more and you may have to provide some of the ingredients, but I can do it. So let's just do this. Now I am going to be making some knotweed hydrosol. We are at the end of the harvest season and there are some beautiful flowers out there and I'm going to be harvesting them all. It's high in resveratrol, which is really good. I love this stuff. Oh. So now that the microbiome of my skin has been restored by the acid toner, I'm just going to put this back on. This is the coolest container. I'm really happy with my containers. I'm still working on labels. So because they're customized, it doesn't really matter. The next step, number 3, is to rejuvenate. So we want to plump our skin. So this is a hyaluronic acid complex. It is made with 4 different sizes of hyaluronic acid and sodium hyaluronate. So some of them are large, and the large hyaluronic acid molecules will plump on the surface of the skin. And some of them are very small, and they penetrate just under that first layer of skin. They don't actually break the skin barrier, but they get in there and they take a little longer to work, but then they plump up for longer. So you get this, in a few minutes, wrinkle-free rejuvenation, which is really kind of miraculous. Now our skin naturally produces hyaluronic acid, so it's not something synthetic necessarily that I'm putting on my skin. It's a refined natural product, which is pretty cool. And I make mine with the hyaluronic acid and different types of hydrosols. So again, you can choose what kind of hydrosol you want, as well as skin soothing preservatives, because you do not want it to go bad. That would just ruin the whole purpose. Now the fourth step is my healing serum. So because I've done a nice abradement of my skin, there are going to be micro abrasions, and I don't want them to get infected. I don't want them to get hurt. And this is actually my favorite serum. It is made with Alaris nobilis and carrot seed and rose otto. It is amazing. So it's my elixir immortale. So this is how I finish every day, with a drop of immortale. And I'm just going to smooth it. Now you can use a sponge, you can use whatever you want. But if you have like any kind of puffy inflammation around your eyes, well, for me, it works. It works a lot. So now that I've primed my skin, I'm ready to start my makeup routine. Now, I am not a makeup artist. This is just me and my mom makeup. So I'm going to just do mom makeup with you, and I'm not even going to use sponges. I'm just going to do it the way I normally do. So try not to cringe. So we're going to start with a foundation. And I no longer use powder because my skin is older. Now I am working on creating my own foundations, mineral makeup foundations, and I'm just saving all my Sephora bottles. You'll see me recycle those. But I did purchase Marie Rama's Make It Up book, and it is so good. She's really done a really good job. I'm not sure if I will. I'm really picky about foundation, so I'll probably have to tweak quite a bit until it has the feel that I want. So expect to see a lot of lotion tutorials as I figure out the base that'll work with the minerals. All right, so we're gonna put a little bit on the eye for primer for my eyeshadow. So there's my primer. Hopefully it's smooth and I don't have any lines. All right, so I have a few freckles that are quite dark, so I'm just going to get those and under my eyes a little. So foundation also helps to protect you from the sun's rays. So ultraviolet protection. So even if you want to stop here, you can. You'll still be fairly protected. Hopefully. I got that much doing good. All right. All right, so next I'm just going to put on my lipstick. Now, I'm wearing pink today, and so I've got my Huda Beauty palette here, my red one. And I'm going to, let me just find a brush. What I like to do is I like to match my eyeshadows and my lipsticks. All right, wasn't that? I really can't see what I'm doing. So hopefully I'm not just, making a mess for you to see. So I'm going to use one of the pinks or the reds from this palette because that's the palette I'm going to use on my eyes. So let's see what looks good. I think we'll go with this one right here. And I'll just change that rather neutral into a shade that will match my eyes. Cool thing about eyeshadow, huh? Didn't know your palettes could work. I'm sure that's a trick that you've already been taught, but okay. Anywho, lips are done, foundation is done. Let's work on the cheeks. So here I have a Tarte palette. It's got a nice variety. It'll probably last me for 30 years. There's a spring and a summer, or a spring and a summer and a fall, I don't know. Anyhow, we're just gonna use, until I really like highlighters. I really do. I've got another one down here thinking this. I probably should use that one. So we'll go with a pinker palette. So I'm gonna go up here. And we're just gonna give a little bit of pink. And then I'm gonna go over here and give a little bit of bronze closer to my nose. And then we're gonna blend. Okay. Boy, that was so well done. Yeah, this is my first makeup tutorial. I hope that Rachel forgives me because I'm not doing anything right, I'm sure. I know that what I do for my skincare makes my face feel good, so I know all of that is correct. But as for what the current trends are in makeup application, I have no clue. So you can, you know, I'm an 80s girl, so you're gonna see some 80s faux pas here, I'm sure. I keep trying learning from the young ones to make sure I do things right, but who knows. All right, so I'm gonna use a combination now of Too Faced Hot Buttered Rum, which is a neutral palette. And it does smell like hot buttered rum. This is pretty awesome. When I do start doing my pressed powders and eyeshadows, they will be scented. By the season, I'll probably do 2 a year. Small little palettes. All right, so here we're gonna start with, we're just gonna use the same red I used on my lips. And we're just gonna put a little right at the base, all right? This is a really powerful palette, so you don't need much. All right, and that's it for the red. The rest is all gonna be neutral blending. So we're gonna use my favorite copper, which we're gonna put a little on the lip too. And then we're gonna put that on. And then we're gonna take a highlighter. So I use this copper. And we're gonna go from there, there. And get the brow. I like shimmer. That's just me. And I'm done with my eyes. Just need to do some liner and mascara and we're done with the eyes. I'm gonna try to see if I can see what I'm doing. When I was a teenager, of course I would get the waterline, but that went out of fashion, so I won't do that for you today. My eyes a little larger. And then my favorite Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced. Okay, so there we go. Makeup done. Just gonna spritz with the finishing spray. Now, if you've seen me made the Fig finishing spray, this one is wonderful. Now, this does not have any alcohol in it, so it's different from a toner. It does, however, have a higher ratio of glycerin, which helps to make everything stick, and it also is a nice emollient. I think I'm using the right word, emollient. So let's do that, especially on the eyes. Woohoo! Dun dun dun! All right, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you're interested to learn more about the skincare that's coming up. And maybe if you're not interested in having me design for you, at least learning how to create your own. So if you enjoyed this, please click like and subscribe and come on back to my soapy kitchen anytime. Bye for now.